Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin from Florals.com and I have another Wild Whisper project to share with you all. I'm featuring again the sweater weather collection. I definitely wish I had a lot more fall photos printed, but don't worry, I have lots of ideas on how to use collections for a somewhat different theme. So the photo I'm scrapbooking today is going to be on this beautiful cream colored paper that has a light, it's almost like a wheat pattern on the back. It's like little flowery, but not like super, I'm not sure what the word I am looking for is, but I'm going to be using this background paper for this photo of me and my boyfriend on our graduation day. This is actually convocation, not graduation, but I had a really great idea for a title and I knew I wanted to use this paper collection to document it. I knew I wanted to do some mixed media on this layout, which is why you saw me pull out all of those other items earlier. I'm going to be using this Heidi Swap stencil and some gold modeling paste to create a fun direction to the page. I want everything to be catered towards the center where the photo will be, and I think this is a great way to do it. This fun arrow pattern really helps emphasize the center, and I did use my T-square ruler to ensure that it was in the center. Now this part takes a little while. If I was thinking right, I would have done what a lot of other people do and use like an old gift card to spread the modeling paste out for wide areas, but I did not. So I will cut out some of this part, but I'm just putting the gold modeling paste through the stencil that I've taped down with some washi tape. And I don't fill out the stencil completely. I do a rough edge on all of the sides. I think it adds a nice fun element to it as well, to have a little bit of rough texture on the edges. And I'm going to clean everything up off camera. So now that it is clean, I do have to let it dry a little bit more, but I'm going to work on some of the photo layers and embellishment parts of this layout. I pulled out this dark gray blue background from the same collection, Sweater Weather by Wild Whisper. And I'm also going to pull out some other pieces from Wild Whisper's Rooted Love collection, which is my 12 by 12 collection. And then I think about using some other collections, which I go through all of them on camera. This one's World's Best, which I used in my last video, and then I think about using some of the other ones. So I know I'm definitely going to use this blue one, so I decided to glue it down, and then I will trim that out using my paper trimmer. I really love the back of that blue paper too. The green and the yellow looks very nice together with a different sort of wheat-like pattern. Now I am going to add some extra texture to this layout by using some black thread. Essentially all I'm doing is looping the black thread so it will peek out behind my photo once it is glued down. I know a lot of people do this on their layouts and I really like the way it looks and adds a little bit of texture without adding a lot of weight to a layout, which is very nice as well. Now I'm cutting out a leaf from a 3x4 pocket card from the Sweater Weather collection. Wild Whisper does a great job at making their pocket page cards and 12 by 12 papers very distinct, but still flow so well together. I like that they're not too different yet too similar, because I find that sometimes when you buy pocket page cards and a 12 by 12 collection, they are exact matches. And it's a little bit annoying, but you know, I really like the way Wild Whisper does it. So once my thread was situated and I cut out the leaf that I wanted, I'm moving on to some of the title elements that I'm thinking about. I'm also going to layer a piece of the Rooted Love collection behind my photo. I really love this diamond pattern. This paper's almost gone though. This is all I have left and I'm really sad to see it gone. One thing about Wild Whispers collections is once they are sold out in their shop, you will not be able to get them again. So if you do like this Sweater Weather collection that I showed you at the beginning of the video, definitely jump on it now before it sells out. Now I'm gluing down parts of the thread. You also saw me glue down a piece at the bottom there that said, "Let's root for each other and watch each other grow." That is the branding strip from the diamond paper I just cut apart, and I wanted to use that on this layout. I do have a layout featuring that same title, although this isn't the title of the layout, same title on a different layout, so definitely check out my channel if you want to see that. I also thought about adding some tags behind my photo or a doily, but I figured those didn't really work well with what I'm going for here. and I put those all back. Now I'm pulling out my embroidery thread box, and I pull out this beautiful mauve red. It's a deep red, so a burgundy color, and I also have a piece of a pocket page card that I cut the leaf out of that matches it. So I want to use the thread along the same way as the black thread, so I'm going to glue down these scrap pieces of the pocket page card as little elements to my photo layers, as you'll see there. And then I'm going to take the thread and wrap it around like I did the black thread. The thing with these threads are they are a little bit thicker, so I do like to glue those down. I'm just using my quick dry adhesive, which is from Scotch. I believe it has a different name now, but I just put them in this little bottle. And then I'll be gluing my photos in the center there with the leaf on the right. Again, shaking the mists, even though I will use them much later in the process. I'm finally going to glue my photos down because my modeling paste is finally dry, which took forever, and I'm still confused as to why it took so long. It normally does not, but as you can see, the emphasis from the mixed media really does bring your attention to the photo in the center. Now, as I'm laying out some of my embellishment pieces, I go back to this piece of paper from the Rooted Love collection and cut out one of these little birds. I really liked how the blue and the darker blue in this bird match the same sort of elements from the leaf on the right. So I do want something on the left side of the photo to help balance that out. And so far I'm really loving the way this layout came out. This might be one that I end up framing. I'm not sure how I want to display my layouts in my new apartment yet, but right now I have a little easel that they sit on. So every time I finish a layout, I put it in front of the last one, and then I take them off the easel at the end of the month. Luckily, I don't create 50 layouts a month, and I don't have to take them off as often, but I like having them out where we can see them, at least for a little while. I pull out these gold script thickers to put my title on. Now my title's a little bit different because I had a little bit of trouble phrasing it. So first I start off with change of seasons, but I didn't put the S on, and then I end up settling with season of change. So like I mentioned earlier, this is a photo of my boyfriend and I at convocation, which is like the ceremonial graduation thing that everyone goes together to. At my school, there's so many different colleges that you need to have different ceremonies for each one because there's so many kids. But this was the one that everyone does together, and I was having a really hard time placing the letters of this title. But I did finish my cluster on the right side. I used my leaf and a little wood veneer sprig, which I'm absolutely in love with Wild Whispers wood veneer. I think they are so great. I really like the thickness because some wood veneer are very thin, which I understand what people want thin wood veneer so they can fit more in their albums, but I like a lot of texture and dimension on my layouts, so these ones are definitely my favorite. Eventually, I do switch my title around and put season of change. The season and the word change are from the same alphabet set, which I picked up at Tuesday morning. And then the of is from a little letter pack that I have from Webster's Pages. And that pretty much finishes up this layout. I do get to add a couple beautiful sequin mixes from Wild Whisper. I have the latest one, which is Sweater Weather. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, people. And I also have the, what's it called? Now I can't remember. Well, you'll see here. It's a beautiful mix of browns and blues and greens. So, I pick out the brown, blue, and purple one. There are so many gorgeous sequin mixes, I sometimes have trouble picking out which one I want. So I used two on this one because I thought they went really well together. And then I have a bunch of other ones which you've seen in my other layout videos, but if you guys have any questions about this layout, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. And be sure to check out wildwhisper.com for all of these products and a bunch of other amazing products. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!